North Korea fired a missile off its eastern coast on Tuesday. That's according to South Korea's military. And Japan's defense ministry said it appeared to be a ballistic missile, but gave no further details. The announcement came just before North Korea's ambassador to the United Nations, Kim Song, urged the US to give up its hostile policy towards Pyongyang.
We are just building up our national defense in order to defend ourselves and reliably safeguard the security and peace of the country.
North Korea has accused Seoul and Washington of double standards, saying they denounced its weapons development while continuing their own military activities. The North and South have been developing increasingly sophisticated weapons, and back in September, both test-fired ballistic missiles. Washington condemned the North's September test and a separate launch days earlier.
Nomia Ndlovu walked confidently into the courtroom in Johannesburg on Monday in shiny black heels and a green dress with a grey shawl wrapped around her shoulders. She is accused of murdering 5 relatives and a boyfriend to cash in on insurance claims. Ndlovu is alleged to have taken out life and funeral insurance in the victims' names and claiming the money after their deaths. Investigators allege she made around 1.4 million rand or $93,000 from her bloody deeds. Between 2012 and 2017, prosecutors say her cousin, sister, boyfriend, niece, nephew and another relative were found dead, bludgeoned, strangled or shot. Ndlovu has been blamed for the murders, but she denies responsibility.
Awake. Again. It seems there is no stopping Spain's Cumbre Vieja volcanic flow. Earlier, the giant crater fell silent, leaving an eerie calm in what were once lively coastal villages. It has caused so much destruction. Homes and memories of generations of families living on the volcano's foothill, charred by the swelling and pouring lava as it inches towards the ocean. Panicked villagers are fleeing, others are staying put despite the dangers. Almost 7,000 people are displaced and cannot return to their homes. Experts fears what will happen when the lava of 1,000 degrees Celsius reaches the cold Atlantic Ocean. A haze of toxic chemicals made up of sulfur dioxide, hydrochlorine and volcanic acid will fill the air. This is likely to cause skin and eye irritation. Breathing the fumes can be fatal.
Police from 8 European countries have busted a Balkan crime organisation, allegedly running the continent's largest cocaine distribution network. Authorities said on Monday that they have arrested 61 people, including 2 suspected leaders and a police officer who is thought to have collaborated with the gang. The task force also seized 4 metric tons of cocaine. Europol, the European Union's police agency, said the cartel set up a cocaine pipeline from South America to Spain and other European countries. The smuggling gang was made up of mostly Eastern Europeans from Serbia, Croatia, Montenegro and Slovenia.
New York hospitals began firing or suspending healthcare workers for defying a state order to get the COVID-19 vaccine, one that went into effect on Monday. It's resulted in staff shortages and delayed services, with some 15% of the state's healthcare workers not fully vaccinated. New York Governor Kathy Hochul said she was considering deploying the National Guard and out-of-state medical workers to fill staffing shortages. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio told a news conference the city's hospitals were not yet seeing a major impact from the mandate, adding he worried more about other areas of the state where vaccination rates are lower.
We can expect a victims of the attacks, family members of people who lost their lives, but also police officers and emergency workers who were among the first to intervene on the scene on that night of November 13th, 2015, who witnessed the loss of human life. So they will be taking to the stand. They will be sharing what they saw, the trauma of that experience, how their lives have changed forever, how their lives were shattered in just a matter of seconds. So around 300 people are expected to testify in the coming 5 weeks. That is a packed schedule of about 15 witness statements per day.
Residents gathered to bury a victim of the attacks on Monday. More than 40 people have been killed since Sunday in attacks on 2 villages in northwestern Nigeria's Kaduna state. The remains of burnt homes continued to smolder hours after the attacks. Kaduna State Security Authorities said gunmen raided the village of Madamai in Kora district, killing 34 people. 8 others died in what authorities say was a retaliatory attack on another village. For years, there's been bitter competition for natural resources between transhumant herders and sedentary farmers in central and northwestern Nigeria, with the latter accusing the former of plundering their land with their livestock.
In 2016, when voters in California decided that Prop 64 should pass, it wasn't just to legalize recreational marijuana for adults over 21. It was also to give anyone with a prior marijuana conviction the chance to get their record cleared. Today, Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon announced he is going to dismiss almost 60,000 more cannabis convictions, and that's not all.
We're doing something other than expungement. We're not only expunging the criminal records, but more importantly, we're sealing the record.
This latest batch of eligible cases to be dismissed comes after 66,000 cases were already dismissed last year. And DA Gascon's office worked with local nonprofit, the Social Impact Center, to find them.
Greece has signed a deal with France to buy 3 new frigates, as Paris seeks to bounce back from the loss of that big submarine contract with Australia. The Strategic Defence and Security Cooperation Pact, signed by the 2 leaders of both countries, is also part of efforts to increase European military autonomy. Under the agreement, Athens also has an option to buy a 4th frigate from Paris.